Hi, I'm so excited today to tell you about a product that is new to Died For You that we're actually creating by teaming up with another ministry called Prophetic Worship Banners, and you can visit their website at propheticworshipbanners.com. And so our friends in California have this really neat copyrighted design for what's called a Quill flag. And so I sort of describe them to people as being a cross between a wing and a swing flag. So I'm going to tell you some of the benefits and drawbacks, and I'm going to kind of demo them for you so that you can see how they work. First of all, when they arrive, you can either get a pair or a single. So this is a pair, as you can see. They're in the 5 mummy weight. The reason that they're called quills is because, as you can see, the rod in them is flexible, which is really cool. And so one of the benefits over the swing flag, if you're holding a swing flag and it's not in motion, hold on, let me show you. Happen to have one handy, one of mine. But if you're holding a swing flag and it's not in motion, it just sags, okay? So this is what a swing flag does when it's not in motion, right? So for a swing flag to look flag-like, it has to be in motion, okay? So when it's in motion, then it fans out, which is great, you know, if you're okay staying in motion a lot. I confess, sometimes I get a little tired, and so there's little moves that I've learned that are not that difficult that kind of help with that. But one of the benefits of having an actual rod in it, even though it's a flexible rod, is the fact that you can stand and just hold it and it still looks flag-like, okay? So this is kind of cool from that perspective. The drawback of that is, of course, that you could still hit somebody with the stick, okay? Unlike a wing though, because it's flexible, it's not quite as painful if it hits you, unless of course you hit yourself in the eye. And as certain people will tell you, the #1 rule of flagging is don't hit yourself or someone else in the eye, because it hurts. Okay, so those are a couple of the quick drawbacks and benefits to it. And so basically the same moves that you can do with wings, you can also do with quill flags, okay? So I'm going to show you, and actually some of the ones that are similar to what you would do with a swing flag. I'm going to hold them both in one hand. Oh, before I forget, it comes with a nifty little tag on it that gives you the website to propheticworshipbanners.com, and on the underside, oops, I grabbed the wrong one. On the underside, you'll see that there's a little sticker that tells you that diedforyou.com is the one that dyed the silk. So basically what's happening here is I dye the silk that goes onto the quill flags. I send it over to our friends at Prophetic Worship Banners, and then they make them up into their proprietary quill flag design. And so the thing that's really cool about this is that when you get one, you're getting something that has not only the anointing of this ministry on it, but also the anointing of that ministry. And also kind of what the Father's been speaking to us about is the fact that because we've had to come into unity to come up with how it works and what the pricing is and all that fun stuff, that there's something about us being in unity that also is a blessing as well. And so we feel like that is part of the blessing that's being passed on to you when you get these. So anyway, okay, so again, they're flexible. Oh, also I should tell you how they arrive. They come in these nifty little baggies. These are just, it's made out of whatever scrap material happens to be around. But basically the way that these can be stored is you just bend it, because literally you can bend it like this, and then you literally just wrap the silk around itself like this, and you can tuck it into the bag. If I can do this one-handed, so you can see. So anyway, so that's just a nifty little way that it arrives, and that's a nifty little way that you can store it if you want to. Now, for me, I have to tell you, I actually do roll mine long-wise, but that's only because I have so many long poles already, so it fits better in my bag if I just sit here and roll it, but it does take a little longer than what you just saw there. So again, some of it's preference. So anyway, but the tags tell you which ends you should hold them on. And you know, if the tags get in your way, they can be taken off, but anyway, they're helpful because they tell you, you know, where you got them from and who made them. So anyway, so you can hold them, and I'm gonna put 2 in one hand, the same way that you've seen me do with wings and swing flags before. I can use 2 in one hand. And so basically, here's my standard figure 8 motion, and again, you can see I'm holding it just a couple inches from the bottom. And so this is just one. Here I'm doing the figure 8, but over my head. And so it just has a really pretty flow to it. And they're just very gentle. Now, one of the other things that I've done to create a slightly different effect is I will put my finger in between the two of them so that it's more clear that there's actually two flowing. So, I'm sorry, my husband is in the background talking with his son, so if you hear noise, the boys are being loud. Sorry. Anyway, but you can see that it just creates a slightly different motion, so they flutter slightly more separately. But it's a nice way to give one of your arms a rest if your arms are getting tired. You can hold them both in one arm. And again, because it's made out of the 5 mummy China silk, it's nice and light, so they're not that heavy, which is really nice. Okay, so some of the stuff you can do with 2. First of all, they have a nice, lovely float to them, so you can kind of just wave them. Because of the fact that it has the springiness to it because of the quill, you can, even if you're just walking with them or swaying with them, they have just a beautiful movement to them because they're just so soft and gentle. You can do things that are mirrored motion, so where I'm doing the opposite thing in each hand, if that makes sense. Okay, and so I really like that. That's so pretty. At least it looks pretty from this angle. I haven't seen it on video yet. And again, I'm not an expert on these because I've only been using these for a few weeks now since Nicole from Prophetic Worship Banners gifted me with my first one, which is when I made the final decision that we needed to have these. We'd been talking about it before. But the other thing that you can do is, of course, parallel motion, which you've also seen me do both of those with swing flags. And so whatever pleases you. I also will sometimes do, when I'm bringing them up and then down, I'll do like a shake on the way down to create a neat wave effect. You also can, move with them, like dance around. I don't have enough space here to do a whole lot, but you get the idea. And of course you can use them like any normal flag. They do a lot of similar motions. I am by no means an expert. I also have a video that I'm going to be posting with this that is Nicole using them, who designed them, and so she is by far the expert. But they look beautiful. One of the things that I will sometimes do is I'll do, a little something over the head with one of my arms just to create some visual interest, so it kind of changes it up. For those of you who are regulars, syncopated movements are not always my best. So anyway, but this is the new quill flag, and so I will be including the link on the website so that you can take a peek and see more about them and see how much they cost, and just email me if you have any questions. Hope you enjoy them, and happy worshiping. God bless you.